cold evening. Trailer is hooked up to the Titan, so we can go to port tomorrow and pick up something I'm pretty excited about. I bought this about 2 months ago. It's been on a boat for about 8 weeks, so I wish I could film in port, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to, and I don't have like a giant semi rig I could put a GoPro in and like hide it, so I'm just probably not gonna film in port. Alright, it is just after 6 a.m. and I am headed off to the Baltimore port, going to the Dundalk Marine Terminal. Hopefully we come back with a vehicle instead of hurt feelings and needing more paperwork. Alright, I'm at the escort lot. I'm waiting on an escort to take me through the port. Port opened half an hour ago. That trip was congested with traffic, so hopefully this all goes well. I gotta pee really bad. I am in the staging lanes. We went down the bumpiest road I've ever felt, and I swear to God, I feel like either something with the trailer or the hitch broke. The trailer it does not feel optimal. I gotta see when we stop, I guess. Hey truck, Supra. So we're in port, sitting here, and it seems that my axle shackle flipped when I'm coming in that really bad road, and now it is stuck off the ground. See that? Yeah, I gotta fix that. I feel like the king right now. I had to unload the car. One of the guys here at A1 Escort loaned me jack handle, put some pieces of wood under there, and pried on that leaf spring. Bam, she popped down on all four. Big shout out to A1 Escorts, for real. These guys have been absolute VIPs about this whole thing. I mean, seriously, helped me with everything. So I left for the port today at 6 a.m. It is 2:11 p.m. I'm probably 20 minutes from home. First things first, when I get home, I'm parking this trailer and I'm getting some food. I didn't even eat breakfast today. I am starving. But second thing will be trying to figure out why the Stagea doesn't start anymore, because when I backed it off the trailer to fix that axle thing, which I wish I would have brought a tripod to film that, but again, didn't expect that. Knew I wasn't going to be filming in port. Yeah, I gotta figure out why it doesn't start all of a sudden, because backed it off the trailer, fine, shut it off, doesn't start. So, I don't know. There she is, she's back there. I just checked the coolant, it's topped up, it's nice and clean, and I checked the oil, it's actually full, and it looks like they just changed it. I need to get a better trailer, but not in the budget right now. Alright, get both in. You don't break the OEM thing. I hit the center key fob. You hear what the horn sounds like? I haven't tried it. What the fuck? It sounds like a Chrysler. You don't need the flashlight. It's really bright. All right, ready? When I pop into reverse, it's like I'm driving a little tiny truck. It's like they don't know that I know I'm in reverse. I'm assuming the front will good. Well, that's on the ground and the battery's cooperating a little bit. Let's say goodnight. Get that little side marker. That's awesome. Does the fob work now? No. No, the fob part doesn't work at all. Dude, why is my camera so close? Can't even get the whole car in the shot. Now that the ground is frozen enough, I could drive this thing over here. It looks like I understeered a little bit coming in here because it's so frozen. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple things here and check over the condition. First things first, let's check this air filter. People always overlook these. That's kind of icky. It's also really stiff. Not dropping any of that in there. Yeah, she's a little grot. Look at the, it's like the color changing cards, the holographic ones. Clean, dirty, clean, dirty, clean, dirty, clean, dirty. I'm kind of curious if it would run any different with the air filter out, because it's going to be totally transparent. Won't get on boost. I did drive it in first gear, full throttle for probably 10 seconds up a hill where it should load the turbo, and it loaded nothing. So my sister's Maxima, my old Maxima, is still here awaiting rust repair when I get some time. And that's good for two reasons. One, because I want to source a set of the Maxima wheels. They kind of have the spirit of the 34 GTT wheels, just without the price tag. And I can see if the offset and everything works. They should fit. These are 17s, those are 17s. If the offset's close enough and they fit, I'll get a set. And the second reason that's good is I could try to snag that air filter and see if the stock Nissan air filter is the same size as the Stagea. This one has developed a bend for some reason. I don't know why, but they look really similar. So, oh, look at that. That's perfect. Awesome. I could just buy Maxima air filters then. Also, I want to point out, I'm going to measure these, but I think these hood struts, they're not from this generation. I think these are slightly different, but I think the 95 to 99 Maxima hood struts will fit, and they're a little bit stronger than those. You may notice that this hood is held up by a little block of wood, and this hood is held up by the struts, like it should be. I just did some measuring just for fun. Both of the hood struts on the Stagea and the A33 Maxima are 16 inches long at full extension, but this one has 6.5 inches of shaft sticking out. This one only has 6 inches of shaft sticking out. So I'm not actually sure those hood struts on this car would even let the hood shut. I didn't unhook the wiper fluid line. What else is hooked up now? I unhooked the line. That's right, I didn't feed it through the connector. Get it unclipped. No, son of a bitch. Well, hopefully nothing broke, because everything in this car is really expensive. Now, there's really only one benefit to the whole back of my shop not being concrete and the floor being rubber mats over dirt. I can very gently sit a hood down without doing any damage to it because I'm sitting on rubber. Other than that, it sucks. Alright, now we can get a good look at the engine bay. The only reason I took the hood off was to get better light in here to see what I'm working with. It looks like a lot of 25-year-old stuff. When I bought this car, it was only legal by 1 month. It is a 98, it's still 2023, so it's one of the newest Stages you can import right now. So here's what we're working with. Like I said, everything looks 25 years old. Start tearing into this and seeing what we see. So upon reviewing pictures, these scratches are actually not from me. They were already here. You can see them in some of the photos I took when I just got the car. So it seems I didn't do any damage from knocking over the hood, but still, let's try not to do that again on any car, really. That sucked. I've actually never dropped a hood before. That was the first one. And it was on camera, so I mean, there's a tiny little positive. I just really did that. I really just did that. Now finally, let's take a look at a couple photos I took while I was at port. This is right when I walked up. I saw my car, took a picture of the front of it, took a bunch of pictures, but you guys just watch a whole video on it, so I'm not going to show you all the pictures I took of the car. Right next to it was this cool 34 coupe. Wasn't a GTR, it was probably a GTT, but I mean, still from the back, kind of looks like a GTR. If you got one of these, still cool. Got another shot of it. Had mismatched wheels like most of the cars that come over from Japan, but it was still super sweet. I would have loved to take that home anyway. Got the Stagea over by the trailer at this point, and took a picture of this because I was surprised how close the bumper was to these like step ramps that I built. I built them to load the G35, which is super, super low, and this thing cleared it by less than the G did, and this thing's at stock ride height, which is crazy. Got it loaded up. This is where I started noticing that the axle thing was going to be an issue, but covered that already. Turned around, snapped a picture of the Z32 that was sitting there. You can see in the distance that 34 I was talking about, and K-trucks galore everywhere. Right in front of that Z32 was this 34 GTT, another one, but this one had the Nismo wing. It was mostly stock. It had stock wheels, which is what my Stagea has on the back. And next to that Nismo 34 was this Stagea. Now this is the ultimate Stagea. Mine's a 25T RSV Aero package. This is a 260 RS. So if you look under the hood, it's got a RB26 with the 5-speed manual, and it's all-wheel drive. It's basically an R33 GTR, just in a wagon form. And by the way, no, I didn't open the hood to take that picture. That somebody else had done that. The hood was up when I showed up at port, and it was still open when I left. So I don't know who did that, but here's a 32 coupe. I'm not sure GTR or not. I didn't look super close for some reason. I was kind of stressed out about my trailer doing the stupid stuff. Again, you can see more K-trucks everywhere. Little Suzuki Jimny here, and this Chaser behind it. I think it was a JZX. I'm not sure, Taurus, Tor V, but it was still very cool. And behind that is a little Suzuki Alto Works. I would love to pick one of these up eventually. This thing was very cool. And I hate to admit that I don't know what this car is here, this white one. I don't know if it's a Mark II or something. I'm not familiar with Toyotas or pretty much any other brand other than Nissan, but I'll point out right here, there's a Supra right behind it that you can't really see. There's two K-trucks there. Well, not two, there's more than that, and then behind that there was a red Supra. So overall, this was a pretty cool experience. And if you get the chance to import a car and you're debating on picking it up yourself or having it shipped, get an Escort and pick it up yourself if you have the ability to. It was probably one of the coolest experiences I've had in car-related stuff.